everyone. We're here in Marshville, North Carolina, getting ready to get on the new US 74 toll road, aka Monroe Bypass. This road, so I've been on US 74 since Wadesboro, and then if you get to Wadesboro, you can go in a 55 mile an hour zone, okay, and then after that you have to go through Marshville, and then you slow down to 55, and then you go right. So it's like the final torture before you get on this new bypass. And wow, where are the lane markings for this thing? Okay, there we go. Alright, so anyway, but yeah, it would have been nice they would have extended it just maybe 5 miles due east past Marshville a little bit, but it is what it is. This particular road that we're about to be on, it's been in the works since the 90s. Okay, I'll tell you that. And it was originally supposed to be built to be completed by around year 2010. They had a lot of delays. A lot of it was environmental lawsuits and all that things. And we actually do not have a transponder, as you can see the sign, so we are going to get a bill in the mail. That's right. It is what it is. But anyway, and we're killing two birds with one stone here. We're actually on the way to a political convention in Concord, just north of Charlotte, for the state Republican Party. And of course, you can find all about the politics of that on our sister channel, The Conservative Pelican. But for this video, we're just kind of riding along, seeing the sights of this new toll road. And because it's a toll road, and North Carolina is not a state that has very few toll roads, and hopefully will stay that way. There's very little traffic. Plus it's a weekday. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon, so good to go. The speed limit on this is 65. It should be 70. The state of North Carolina, for a southern state, is actually very strict with their speed limits. That's one of the few things I do not like about living in North Carolina, is the speed limits here don't match the culture. Because generally, especially in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, those states all have really high speed limits, while North Carolina not so much. The max is 70, but you'll find it's about 50-50 between 65 and 70 on your freeways in the state. What I wanted to talk to y'all today about is the DMV in North Carolina. I originally had filmed a video of myself driving back from the DMV, but unfortunately I forgot to set the dash cam to record audio. Okay, so we're going to do a commentary about it today. And in this state, first of all, if you want to move to North Carolina, let me talk about the process of doing that as far as your car, your motor vehicle goes, because that is a big part of relocating, obviously, is getting your car stuff taken care of. The first thing you're going to have to do when you move to North Carolina is transfer your car insurance from whatever state it was you were living in before to North Carolina. That is the very first thing, okay? Now, one thing I will say is that make sure, though, you are ready to go to the DMV. Okay, I don't know. There's a left lane hog to our left here, folks. Got to deal with it for a minute. Okay. Make sure you are ready to go to DMV. Okay, when you do that, do not do what I did, which is you transfer your insurance and then you wait a couple months to decide to go to the DMV. Okay, because what's going to happen is the state that you're coming from is only going to give you maybe a month, if you're lucky, okay, to transfer your insurance over. Okay, if you wait more than a month, what's going to happen is, and this is not true of all states, but I would just say this happened to me coming from Florida. Okay, the state of Florida is going to suspend your license. Okay, and when that happens, boy, you're really going to be in some muck and mire. Okay, you know, you're going to be in a real mess situation, because then you gotta fax. You got to get a certain form for your insurance company. You got to fax stuff back and forth. It's just a hassle. So avoid that hassle. So make sure you do not switch your insurance, okay, from Florida to North Carolina or any other state you're coming from. Do not switch your insurance until you know that you're going to go to the DMV like that very same week. Okay. And in North Carolina, you are required to have North Carolina-based auto insurance when you transfer your driver's license from, you know, another state, North Carolina. What is with the left lane? Look at this. Another left laner, left lane hog. Look at that. South Carolina. That's another one from South Carolina. Jeez. Anyway, okay. And then you're going to go to the DMV. Okay. The DMV in this state, I'm going to warn you, sucks. It really, really sucks. Okay. And this really should not suck so bad. Okay. Because North Carolina, like Florida, is a rapidly growing state. Okay. And you know, in Florida, you can go to each county has at least one, usually at least two locations where you can get your driver's license. One location is an official DMV spot, but another location is a tax collector's office. If you go to a tax collector's office in Florida, you're going to pay an additional fee of like $6.25, I believe it is, for the convenience of going to a tax collector's office. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. Now, North Carolina, some counties don't have their own DMV office, and even in the city where I live in Greensboro, which is a city of about 300,000 people, and in the immediate county is like 600,000 people. I think there's only like 2, maybe 3 DMV offices. Okay. The problem over the last couple of years is there's this new ID coming out. It's called Real ID. And what that is starting October 1st of 2020, if you want to go into any federal government building, or if you want to board any airplane, you're going to have to have photo ID that is Real ID compliant, which means it has a yellow star in the right hand corner. Okay. Let's see. And unfortunately, the state of North Carolina has been broadcasting this for like the last 2 or 3 years, even though we're here in June of 2019. You still have over a year and a half to get it, you know. So what's happening is people are running to the DMV like there's no tomorrow, and they're crowding these DMV places. Okay, and you know, the DMV just cannot handle the large influx of people, the large increase of customers that are coming in. And so here's the thing. Now, the state of North Carolina says, wait for this truck. Boy, is he loud. He's speeding like crazy, too. The state of North Carolina says you can make an appointment. But in order to make an appointment, you actually have to call the DMV. I tried calling the DMV probably at least 5-6 times. Each time I called, I waited like 5-10 minutes and finally said, "Oh, the heck with it," you know. You have to make an appointment by phone. The problem is that the phone is either busy or nobody wants to answer the phone at the DMV office. Okay, and that is the only way you can make an appointment with the DMV right now in North Carolina. They do not have, like Florida has. Florida has an online appointment system. You go online, you pick a time, and boom, there you go. Okay, I mean, or even if you want to show up at a DMV in Florida, the most I had to wait was like 15-20 minutes. Or no, excuse me, I had to wait maybe 5-10 minutes, and I was out of there within half hour. Okay. So right now, this time of year is the worst for going to DMV. Summertime is the worst for going to DMV because kids are out of school. You know, everybody else is taking their vacation time or whatever. It's a mess, right? Okay, so you're going to have to bite the bullet and go to DMV. Now, the best time to go to DMV, I will say this, is right between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Or, excuse me, is the week after Thanksgiving till the week before Christmas. In other words, a weekday between Thanksgiving break and Christmas break, okay? Because I went and I was in and out of there within 30 minutes. The problem was my license was suspended, so they couldn't do anything about it. I had to call Florida and go through a bunch of back and forth crap, okay? So I went to the DMV. This was like March, okay? Weekday in March. The DMV opened at 8 o'clock. I got there about 10 minutes before 8. There's already a line of 20 people in line. But still, that was better than going to the DMV in August, getting there 10 minutes early, and there's already 100 people in line. I'm like, really? Don't these people have a life? You know, they do, but they're trying to people have gotten so OCD about it. They're trying to outsmart each other. So I go there on a weekday, and one of the good things about the DMV, I will say, in North Carolina, is it's a state-run agency. So in other words, you don't have to get your license done in your county residence. I live in Guilford County, but I went to Rockingham County to get it done, because sometimes the small rural counties have less people, but yet they usually probably even have the same number of offices. It's kind of weird, but true. But I get there, there's like 20 people in line already, and I'm thinking, I'm going to get out. I'm probably going to have to wait 2 hours. I ended up waiting 3 hours to see somebody. And then I get in there, and, they get a bunch of info, take the eye test. You have to take a road sign test too, so make sure you know your road signs. Okay, 3.5 hours at the DMV, and then I pay my $40. My license is good for like 6 years, I believe, 2025. Let's see, what else I want to tell you. Okay, so that is bad news. Now let me talk about a little bit about good news. The good news is it's a lot easier to register a car, in other words, change your license plates and car registration, than it is to get a driver's license in North Carolina. Okay, I was in and out of the car, but the car registration office is separate from the DMV. So in other words, I had to drive like another 10 minutes to get to a car registration place. Okay, It's a lot easier to do that though. I was in and out of the car registration office. I was in there maybe 15 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. Okay. And registration, the cap on registration you're gonna have to pay is like $330. The car I'm driving is 20 years old. I only need to pay like $190. Okay. So that gives you a little range of what to expect. Okay. And then you have to pay taxes and stuff like that, and you have to get your vehicle inspected every year. And not a lot of states have either or. The taxes, though, you know, we have good roads here in North Carolina, so I don't mind paying a little extra taxes. What else do I want to say? The car inspections are a bit of a what's the word? Are a bit inconvenient, I will say. Convenient. So, anyway. And here we are. We're back on the original 74 now. This has been upgraded, though, to the Beltway. So, anyway, let's see. And you can see the service roads and everything. It's kind of neat how they did this. All right. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Talk to y'all later. Bye.